So this is my second top 10 Jason Voorhees kills. Starting off, number 10 is from one of the worst movies in the franchise, Jason Takes Manhattan. But even though it's a shitty movie, which it is, a very shitty movie, it does have a few good kills. And starting off our list, and on number 10 is that asshole. What is he? Is he the uncle? I think he's the uncle of the girl that goes on the main character of the movie. I think her name's Rennie, who has like flashbacks from when she was a kid, when her uncle pushed her into the lake out of the boat, out of the canoe or whatever. He was trying to teach her how to fucking swim like the hard way, like tough love. Oh well, you gotta learn how to swim, so I'm just gonna kick you into the fucking lake. Even though she's drowning and saying, help me, help me. Oh, well, you gotta learn how to swim, so I'm not gonna help you. Like, the guy was a douchebag. Grade A douchebag. So they're going on a fucking class trip, a graduation party or whatever to New York. You know the plot. The movie fucking sucks balls. 95% of the movie takes place on a boat, even though it's called Jason Takes Manhattan. If you've seen my Jason Friday the 13th ranking video, from worst to best, you know how I feel about that movie. The movie sucks ass, but there's a couple good kills. So starting off our list, number 10 on our list is that asshole uncle who gets Jason takes him and stuffs him head first into a barrel full of like slime, sewage, acid, something. Wasn't that satisfying, seeing that dickhead drown? He suffered. It was great to see him suffer. He was an asshole. If you've seen the movie, you know how much of a dickhead he was. Alright, coming in at number 9 on our list is from Jason Lives, one of my favorite Jason movies. This was actually the first Friday the 13th movie I ever saw in my life when I was a kid, and it got me hooked on these fucking movies. This is the double impalement of the two kids on the motorcycle. They're at Camp Crystal Lake. They're in the woods. They're hanging out. I think they're having they're drinking wine or something, whatever. And they get on like a motorcycle and try to leave. But Jason comes out of nowhere and just sticks his fucking machete right through both of them on their motorcycle. They're fucking dead. Double impalement. Fuck yeah. Check it out.
Steven, what's going on?
Annette, let's go. Never mind.
What are we gonna do?
We gotta get to the sheriff's office.
Now coming in at number 8, glowing red hot fire poker right out of the fireplace. Jams it into this girl's stomach and it comes out her back. She's like, ah, comes out right her backside. Red hot, glowing hot fire poker. That Gib. She's dreaming. She's in the cornfield and she's getting drunk and she passes out, I guess, from drinking and falls asleep. So she's dreaming about her boyfriend that got killed earlier in the movie, that asshole Trey, which was my number 1 kill on my first list. He's dead, so she's dreaming of him. She sees him in the cornfield, like dead, like holding his head. He's like, you're already out. I'm dead one day. You're already out getting shit-faced. Same old kid. So she follows him, which is obviously Freddy, being him. He's manipulating her and luring her into the barn. It's not a barn. It's I don't know what the fuck it's called. Some kind of weird barn fucking thing out in the cornfield. She follows him out there, and in the dream world, but in the real world, she's actually sleeping in the middle of the cornfield, passed out, just like this, passed out, and then this blonde-haired fucking raver guy sees her passed out, comes upon her body and starts making out with her and tries to pretty much rape her. Fucking scumbag. But you know what? Jason sees this. He's like, I don't think so, bitch. You're not gonna rape this girl. See, Jason has morals. He may be a psychopathic fucking killer, but he's got morals. He sees this dude trying to rape her, comes up with this fucking pipe, this pipe that has like a sharp pointed end that he grabs, and he pulls out of this wreckage thing. You see him earlier in the scene. He pulls this pipe thing out, and then this girl's laying on the ground. This guy covered in glow sticks, this fucking raver guy. They're at a rave. It's a rave in the cornfield. You've seen the movie. You know what I'm talking about. This blonde guy just starts seducing her and taking advantage of her because she's passed out and starts kissing her. This fucking scumbag. Jason comes up with a fucking pipe. Boom! Double impalement. Throws this guy into fucking outer space. Meanwhile, killing the girl laying on the ground too. So it's a double kill, double impalement. Fucking hell yeah. This is number 7 on the list. Check it out. Now, number 6 on the list is from the remake. I love the remake. I don't care what you say. The remake is badass, especially after parts 8, 9, and 10. Those movies were garbage. Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X suck ass. So after those garbage fests, we got Freddy vs. Jason, which was great. I love Freddy vs. Jason. But that was more of like a gimmick type of movie. You know, it was Freddy versus Jason. It was kind of like a thing. It wasn't like a Friday the 13th movie. It was more of just like a, let's watch these two guys fucking go head to head. But then they got back to the basics. No more outer space. No more fucking taking a boat. No more body hopping. They brought it back to the roots of fucking Jason. Camp Crystal Lake. Jason butchering dumbass fucking teenagers. Oh, I love the 2009 remake. Well, it's not a remake, it's more of like a reboot. But I fucking love that movie. It gets way too much hate. Undeserved hate. Derek Mears is a badass Jason. One of my favorite Friday the 13th movies of all time. This is the bow and arrow kill from the guy driving the speedboat. His girlfriend's like wakeboarding behind him, topless. And he's just driving the boat, and out of nowhere, a fucking bow and arrow from Jason goes right through his fucking head. Doesn't see it coming. Badass. Check it out. 5 on the list is also from the remake. This douchebag named Trent. This blonde-haired, fucking yuppie, fucking jock douchebag. This is the kind of guy that wears a sweater around his shoulders. And, oh, man, this guy deserved to die from the very first scene in the movie. You see him, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see this guy die. He's just such a dick. The way the actor plays this character is so well done. Like, he pulls it off perfectly. He's such a dickhead. He's one of those characters where you just cannot wait to see him die. So, in this scene, he's standing in the road. Jason comes up behind him and sticks his machete into his back. Actually, the machete's like this. The sharp end is facing upward. He sticks it right through his back, out of his stomach, and he picks him up like this and just shakes him until he falls down the machete. It's fucking awesome. And then after that, he slams him on the back of this pickup truck, and the pickup truck takes off with his dead body spiked, impaled on the back of the pickup truck, and just drives away, fucking dead. Awesome. Loved seeing him die. The guy was an asshole. It was so satisfying seeing him die. Check it out. Now, number 4 on our list is from Freddy vs. Jason. This is kind of a multiple kill, but I thought it would just make one selection on the list, even though it's more than one kill. But it feels like one kill, even though he kills more than one person. This is during the rave at the cornfield after he killed a couple people. Everybody's running around in chaos. They don't know what the fuck's going on. This Jason comes out of nowhere, and he enters the party, the cornfield party. Everybody's, it's a rave. They're all having fun dancing around. He comes out of nowhere through the corn and he just starts slashing people left and right. He kills like 3 people within like a 2-second period. I just love the way it was filmed. He's just like dish, 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 dish. Fucking awesome. One of my favorite moments from Freddy vs. Jason. Number 4 spot. Check it out. And number 3 on our list is from part 2. This is kind of a controversial kill because it's the handicapped kid. It's the kid in the wheelchair. He was just flirting with the girl. I think her name was Vicky. She was the hot girl in that movie. She was like the hottest girl in part 2. But yeah. So he's looking for her. He's out on the. He's in Packanack Lodge. Everybody else left to town to go to the bar to drink and stuff, and a few of the counselors had to stay behind, and he was one of the counselors that stayed behind, and he's out on the deck, rolling around in his wheelchair looking for her, going, "Vicky, is that you?" And it's thundering lightning, great fucking suspense moment. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, and then out of nowhere, fucking Jason just plants the machete in his face like this. He goes rolling back down the stairs, dead, fucking out of commission. Goodbye. They killed the handicapped guy. So fucked up, but a great kill. Check it out. Alright, now before we get to number 1, we got 3 honorable mentions before we get to the number 1 kill. So, this is from Jason X, which is in the 3 of the worst Jason movies ever made. As you know, Jason Takes Manhattan, also known as Jason Takes a Cruise, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X. The 3 worst of the worst Jason movies ever made. So, Maisie, what are you doing? My dog Maisie, come here. This is my dog. She's annoying. She likes to interrupt my videos. I'm sure you've seen her before in some of my other videos. I am annoying. Anyway, get out of here. I'm trying to do a video. I'll cut your head off. So this is the first honorable mention from Jason X. This is the guy that gets thrown onto a giant screw, and he lands on the screw, and his body, as he's getting lowered on the screw, he's just turning like this because he's on a screw. So he would, obviously he would turn as he gets lowered down the screw. This is the first of the 3 honorable mentions on here from the shitty movie Jason X, but the kill was worthy enough to make the list, even though it was an honorable mention. Didn't make the top 10, but check it out. Second on our honorable mention list is Crazy Ralph, who's just an iconic character from Friday the 13th. One of the most popular characters, very well known from part 1 and part 2. He's the guy that warns everybody. He's the prophet of doom. He warns everybody, you're all doomed. You're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You'll never come back again. In part 2, he meets his demise. Jason finally catches up with him and kills him. He's standing against a tree. Jason comes up with some kind of barbed wire thing, wraps it around the tree, and then wraps it around his neck and chokes him to death. And that's the end of Crazy Ralph. Check it out. Number 2 honorable mention. And now our last honorable mention before we get to the number 1 pick on our list is the guy in the shower from the final chapter, part 4. He's just got finished taking a shower with his girlfriend. They had sex in the shower. He had a great time. But as you know in these movies, if you have sex, you die. Just like Randy says in Scream, you know, those are one of the 3 rules of surviving a horror movie. You can't have sex, you can't drink or do drugs, and never say I'll be right back.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. For instance, number 1, you can never have sex. Big no-no! Big no!
I'm a dead man.
Sex equals death, okay? Number 2, you can never drink or do drugs. No, the sin factor. It's a sin. It's an extension of number 1. And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back.
I'm getting another beer. You want one?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back.
You see, you push the laws and you end up dead. Okay, I'll see you in the kitchen with a knife.
How painful. Poor guy. So, the last kill on our list. The number 1 kill of my top 10 Jason Voorhees kills, part 2, is... I love this guy. He's so funny. He goes out to the shed. They lost power. I don't know. I can't remember if they had lost power yet or not at this point in the movie. But anyway, he goes out. He breaks the chair. He breaks that asshole's chair. The fucking jock guy who came in at number 5. The Trent. They're staying at his cabin. He breaks his chair. And gets all pissed off. He's like, you better fix it. He's like, I'll fix it. So he goes to the shed to try to find supplies to fix it or whatever. Anyway, he's out in the shed, looking around in the shed, looking at all the stuff in the shed. Jason shows up, grabs a screwdriver, and just fucking slowly drives the screwdriver into his fucking throat, into his jugular. And he's just like choking and spitting out his own blood and choking on his own blood. It's a fucking brutal kill. It's slow, agonizing. It's like 15, 20 seconds long of him just getting a screwdriver in his throat. It's fucking brutal. Jason doesn't fuck around in this remake. If you haven't seen this remake, or Maybe you're one of those people that think this remake sucks. For my second top 10 Jason Voorhees top 10 list, this is Chewie getting the screwdriver in his throat from the remake. Right, Maisie? Enjoy. Thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my other videos. I'm going to have some more to come pretty soon. Maisie loves you. She wants you to subscribe. Look at how can you resist that face? Look at those eyes. She wants you to subscribe. Subscribe, comment, like. Have a good day.